Hello, everyone. I am Scott Aubrey. I am the owner of Aubrey Law, and I am very excited to be here with you today. Aubrey Law is an estate planning law firm located in Needham, Massachusetts. And today I'm going to talk about what an estate plan would look like for a single person with minor children or with a minor child or minor children. But before we get started, if you have any questions about what I talk about today or any questions about estate planning in general, you can go to estateplanmeeting.com and schedule a time to talk with me for free, either in person or on the phone. Again, that's estateplanmeeting.com. Go to that website. You'll see my schedule. Pick the time that works best for you, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have regarding estate planning. So today's topic is what an estate plan will look like for a single person with minor children. So I think for the basics, the estate plan will look like would you definitely need a healthcare proxy. What that does is that names an agent to make medical decisions on your behalf if you're unable to do so. So that'd be the event of incapacity. You probably need a durable power of attorney as well, and that works similar to our healthcare proxy, but instead of making medical decisions on your behalf, the agent in your durable power of attorney will be able to make financial decisions on your behalf, such as access your bank accounts, pay bills, make investment sales, whatever that may be. So if you're unable to do so, you'll have an agent that can step into your shoes and make those decisions for you. Since you have minor children, you definitely want to make sure you have a will. And what a will do is the most important thing for a will does for a person with minor children is that it names the guardian for your minor children if something were to happen to you. So you want to make sure you have that have a will, because what that will do is it will name that guardian. That way, if something were to happen to you, then the person that you want taking care of your children or child or children would be named, most likely. As long as there's no issues with that when they go to the court. But for the most part, you get to make that decisions. If not, a judge will make that decision for you. You may also want to consider creating a trust potentially for your minor children. And what a trust will do is just really will allow you to pass your assets on to your minor children, but you get to dictate when they will receive those assets. So if you wanted to do it later down the road and not when they turn 18, then you can do so. You can do it. You can stagger it over time. So with the benefits of having a trust is that if you have a trust, you can kind of dictate when they receive those assets. If you have a will, you're somewhat limited on when. Not limited, but there's really no restrictions in place for when your children receive your assets. So basically, once they turn 18, they are adults. Therefore, any inheritance they received that have them coming to them, they receive it outright at that point, no strings attached. So if you put a trust in there, then you can put some restrictions on that and really kind of protect your children from themselves from getting too much too soon. Another thing you probably want to do, the fact is, for your estate plan, is you want to make sure that your beneficiary designations are up to date. You want to make sure that your children are the ones that receive the beneficiary of those accounts. Those accounts would be insurance policies, retirement benefits, annuities, anything that has a beneficiary designation. You want to make sure that they're updated to make sure that your children are the beneficiaries. This is especially the case if someone who has been recently divorced, because a lot of times when you're married, you name your spouse as the beneficiary of these accounts, and you want to make sure that those accounts go to the people that you want to, and not your ex-spouse. This happens often, is that people forget about that. So it's really you want to make sure that you make sure you update your beneficiary designation. So even if you don't do any sort of estate planning, the one thing you can do today is you can go in and check all your accounts to make sure that the beneficiary designations are all up to date. So that's kind of it for today. So just to recap kind of what an estate plan would look like, you would have a will, you would have a healthcare proxy, you would have a durable power of attorney. You may also want to consider having a trust for your minor child as well. That just enables you to control when they receive any money that you would leave behind for them. And then most importantly, or another important aspect, is make sure your beneficiary designations are up to date, something you can do today. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone that can benefit from seeing this video, please share this with them. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want to get started creating your own estate plan or have any questions regarding estate planning, that you want to ask my help for, you can go to estateplanmeeting.com and schedule a time to talk with me for free, either in person or on the phone. Again, that's estateplanmeeting.com. Go to that website, pick the time that works best for you, and I'd be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. So, once again, I am Scott Aubrey. I'm the owner of Aubrey Law, and I will talk to you soon.